Rita, we did have the kind of bizarre situation during the week of Lydia Thorpe arguing with Patricia Karvelas. So the lefties are at each other's throats over the Voice. What a surprise. Where Lydia's voting for no. No, I like Lydia Thorpe because she's honest. That's the one thing. No, I do.
Sometimes.
No, she's honest because the agenda of the Indigenous agenda is to have a treaty and to cede sovereignty to Indigenous Australia. That's the agenda, and at least she spells it out. The rest of them are lying.
Well,
if you vote yes, you are voting for that agenda. You are voting to pay a tax for the rest of your life, for your offspring to pay a tax. You are voting to cede property ownership. You are voting to cede sovereignty. That's what the agenda is.
Well, I'll be playing a bit more of that interview between Karvelas and Thorpe in my segment next after the break. But I had someone, I can't recall who it was, describing Lydia Thorpe, someone who's very much a big advocate for the Voice, saying that she wants to have a dessert before she's had her main course.
Yes.
And you know what? That's precisely what this is, because the end result is going to be what Lydia Thorpe's talking about, which is a treaty, but they're taking us through the journey. So we start off with the Voice, then we have truth-telling, then we have treaty. That's the process that's been laid out. And she's saying, no, I want the treaty now. And at least that has put a bit of a spotlight on where this is all going to end up.
Absolutely, 100%, James.
Oh, and I was just going to say, good on Lydia Thorpe for doing the great service of reminding Australians what this is all about. Because, you talk about sovereignty, you talk about, paying the rent, whatever. It's more sinister than that. What it really is, and the Albanese government is absolutely complicit in this, it is the delegitimisation of modern Australia post-settlement. 100%. That is ultimately what we're talking about here. And think about all the institutions that are going to go. Once you start to get away from the idea that, everybody's allowed to vote for something and have equal representation to Parliament based on their race, and I know you're going to be talking about that in a bit. Once you get away from the idea that the country, the Commonwealth, has sovereignty over the entire land, unitarily, then you start to see, well, what else do we get rid of? Do we get rid of democracy?
Absolutely. This is the most radical left-wing government probably Australia's had since Gough Whitlam.